need 400 grams of a 4-ply yarn, scissors, measure tape, and a number 2 crochet needle. For this tutorial, I'm using these long yarns. It's 50% silk, 50% cotton. For this top, I always like to use like special yarn, like with silk, with viscose, or like a special cotton, just because I think it fits better. And yes, it's a special blouse, so why not use a special yarn? And we're gonna start chain 49. It's always like multiple by 8 plus 1. So yes, for the size small and medium, you can chain 49. Okay, for this first row of this stitch, we're gonna double crochet on the whole first row. So we're gonna chain 3. We skip the first chain, like base, and we start on the second one. Okay, so yes, to the end of the row, just double crochet. So here we finished the first row. For the second row, we gonna chain 1, and then we make a single crochet on the first stitch, and we gonna chain 3. We skip 3 stitches, and on the 4th stitch, we're gonna make a puff stitch, a crochet puff stitch. So yes, we're gonna yarn over, and then we put the needle through the stitch and yarn over again, and we're gonna pull up a loop, and we're gonna do this 3 times. Okay, and yes, and then we chain 3, and we do this puff stitch again on the same stitch with, yeah, it's basically 3 double crochet. So we skip 3. On the 4th, we make a single crochet, 3, chain 3, and then we make the puff stitch again twice on the same stitch, and with 3 chains between them. We will follow this to the end of this row. Okay. So here we have the second row finished. We're gonna start our third row. So for the third row, we're gonna chain 4 and we will make a treble crochet on the first loop of the last row. Okay, so we make a treble crochet and we're gonna chain 3. We make a single crochet between the puff stitches of the last row. Then we chain 3 and we make a single crochet on the same place. We chain now 5, a single crochet again on the same place, and then we chain 3 and a single crochet on the same place. Now we chain 3 and you're gonna make a treble crochet on the loop, 1, and another treble crochet on the next loop. We chain 3 so it's basically it. We're gonna repeat now to the rest of the row, but yes, we make kind of this little flower between the puff stitches of the last row. At the end of this row, we will make a treble crochet in the loop and a treble crochet in the single crochet of the last row. Okay, so we finish the third row and now we're gonna start our fourth and last row, and then we're just gonna follow repeating. For this row, we're gonna chain 3 and then on the same stitch we will make 2 double crochets. Now we chain 3 and between the 2 treble crochets of the last row we will make 5 double crochets. Then we chain 3 and on the next between the 2 treble crochets we make 5 double crochets. And yes, we're gonna follow this to the end of the row, and on the last stitch we're gonna make 3 double crochets like in the beginning. So the fourth row is ready. So now we're gonna make a row like the first row, just double crochet. And yes, we're gonna chain 3. We skip the first one and we put 2 double crochets, one on like the second and third stitch. And on the space that we have 3 chains, 3 stitches, we will make 3 double crochet. Okay, and we follow this to the end of the row, so 3 double crochets in here, and on the next 5 stitches we just keep like double crochet, and we will do this to the end of this row. finish this 5th row. That was a repetition of the first row. So the stitch is basically it, and we will repeat it 18 times. So it will be around 76 centimeters. That's what is on my blouse. So yes, just keep going, and we're gonna make like 2 parts of like 18 repetitions. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna keep here doing the second row. So we chain 1, single crochet in the first one, chain 3, and then we start with the puff stitch 3 times on the same one, and then we chain 3 and another puff stitch 3 times on the same stitch. And yes, guys, just keep going now until you have 76 centimeters, and on my top it's 18 repetitions. Okay. So yes, quick like that. I have the parts ready, and here, so the measures, it's like 22 centimeters per 76 centimeters. It's like 49 stitches in the beginning and 18 repetitions. So you make twice this, 2 parts. So when you have this ready, we can start the belt part, so the waist part. Okay, so we're gonna keep this aside now for a while, and I will show you guys how to start the belt part. And just to show you really quick here, this, it's like the shoulders and sleeves. It's like the top part of the blouse. It's like very simple, and it's kind of quick to make. So I think nobody's gonna have a problem with this. So yes, here we are ready to start the belt part. I call the belt part, but like it's the waistband part. So yes, I really hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial and understanding my English. Like, I'm not so confident with crochet vocabulary, but I think with the video it's easy to understand, right? And yes, so we're gonna start chain 11, and it will be like a net stitch. We'll chain 4. So yes, chain 4, we skip the first and second, and on the third chain we make a double crochet, and we chain 1, we skip the following chain, and we make a double crochet. And yes, we'll keep like that, like chain 1 and double crochet to the end of the row. And yes, we're gonna keep this for 70 centimeters. So it's always like a little bit smaller than your waist measure. So I always put like 2 centimeters less than my waist measure. So here I'm making with 70 centimeters. So yes, we turn our work, we chain 4, and we just keep going, like on top of the last row double crochet, we make a double crochet and we chain 1, and we will keep going like that for 70 centimeters. Here guys, the belt is ready, and now we can start increasing the bottom part of our blouse. So we will start making a row of single crochet. So I'm gonna chain 1 and then just keep going, making a single crochet on the side of this belt. I put 169 single crochets, and yes, trying to make like 3 single crochets inside each like squared. But yes, like this measure is, you can put like a little bit more or a little bit less, but it's important that the blouse stay like not very fitted on your body. And yes, so just keep going to the end of row. I put 169 stitches. So finishing the single crochet row, we're gonna turn our work and we will start the first row of this stitch. It's just 2 different rows. It's very simple. So yes, for start, we will chain 4. We're gonna skip the first, second, and third stitches, and on the 4th we will make a double crochet. Then we chain 3 and another double crochet on the same stitch. Now we're gonna chain 1 and we skip 4 stitches now. So on the 5th we make another double crochet and then chain 3 and another double crochet on the same stitch. I don't know how to call this in English, but I know this stitch as V stitch, so it's because it forms like little V's. So yes, we're gonna keep this until the end of this row, and this is the first row of the stitch for the bottom part of the blouse. So here the first row of the bottom part of the blouse is ready, and now we can start like the second row. For this we will chain 3. It's basically double crochet row, but yes, we chain 3 and then we will make 5 double crochets inside the little V of the last row. So yes, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, we don't make any chain, and we just keep going like more 5 on the next V and another 5s on the next V until the end of the row. And yes, we will finish with double crochet on the last stitch. So here I have it finished. So now we'll start the V row again. So chain 4 and we will make the V inside the central stitch of the last row. So make a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet again, then we chain 1 and double crochet on the central stitch of the next group of double crochet, and chain 3 and another double crochet. So yes guys, this is like the basic. We will repeat this 5 times, okay? If you want this longer, no problem, but I think it's a good proportion if you make this 5 times, okay? We will repeat, just continue repeating these 2 rows, and we finish with a row with the double crochets. So yes, here we have the 5 rows ready, and we're gonna start our finishing. It's very simple. So we will chain 3, and on the central double crochet of the last row we're gonna make a slip stitch, chain 3 and a slip stitch on the same stitch again. We chain 3 and a single crochet between the 2 groups of double crochets. So yes, chain 3, and in the central stitch we make a slip stitch, chain 3 and a slip stitch on the same stitch. So yes, I think it's very delicate, and you can see like it's a very special finishing too. I think it changed totally like the final product. So yes, we're gonna keep this to the end of the row. So the finishing is ready. It's very beautiful. I love this blouse so much. It's very special. So here we can cut the yarn, and I always like to keep my crochet very clean. So you cut the yarn, and I always like to wave the ends and hide all the threads. So yes, I'm just gonna hide this here so we keep the crochet clean to continue the work. So yes guys, the bottom part is ready, and now we can fix it we can attach it to the top part of the blouse. So I'm gonna use knitting markers. We need to find the center of this piece and the center of the center. So we divided the belt part in 4 equal parts. And this sewing part, it seems to be complicated, but actually it's not. So don't be afraid to try this. Everything's gonna be fine, and you just need to follow, measure this. If you want to use a measure tape, it's fine, or if you want to count the stitches. Honestly, it doesn't make too much difference. I made a lot of these blouses, and I can say it's the same. So what we're gonna do is we will sew this front part on the central quarter of the blouse, and the back part on the first quarter of the blouse. So yes, and then you can see the armhole will be between the front and the back. And yes, I like to fix the corners of the work, and I just put with the marker. It helps a lot so you don't get lost while you're sewing. And yes, this you need to pay a lot of attention, because if you sew more than you should or less, your blouse will be kind of twisted, not straight, so yes, focus, pay attention on this part, and it's not hard. You're gonna have to sew this part inside this quarter of the belt. Okay. So showing how I make the sewing with the crochet needle, we're gonna make this in single crochet. So I always get one stitch in the front